everybody. Just a quick update for you. The Roundtable Gentlemen is now brought to you by Audible.com.
Go to audibletrial.com/roundtable for your 30-day free trial.
Hell yeah, let's kick this pig, you fuckers.
The Roundtable.
Gentlemen,
Aye.
let's broaden our minds.
Lay on, gentlemen, and let them know what's what. Fire at will.
It's time for action, gentlemen.
Gentlemen of the Roundtable.
What's the topic of discussion?
Civility, gentlemen. Always civility.
I've been coming since I was 4 years old.
Yeah, so it's different.
No, you haven't.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
boys can't come until there's
His
pubic hair.
black maid
That's not true.
taught him how to masturbate.
My
at a
black
very-
psychic maid told me with the shine, because she said, "Oh, some dick has got a shine to him, son." Tituba, my old maid, and she said, "You just pull on your little sugar packet," because that's what she called my tiny little dick. And I pulled on my sugar packet, and I shot fucking icing all over my fucking preschool.
All right, everyone. Welcome to the Roundtable of Gentlemen. This is great. It's a skeleton podcast tonight. A lot of people couldn't make it because they were busy making it big. Hollywood called and they answered, and they're not here.
Why didn't Hollywood call me?
I don't know, Henry. Okay, so we got. Let's see. How do I usually start the
What's
show? What do I
Hollywood's
say?
phone number, Henry?
It is 1-888-666 fuck. The word fuck spelled in
That's the
numbers.
thing. You get those special cell phones with the fuck button on them when you
Ooh, I
get
love
famous.
That's what I got. And it's a longer one. It says fuck and it's pink like a cock.
Yeah, different than the pound sign, but it's very similar.
Yeah, pound sign's got that thing that technically looks like an asshole.
I'm worried about your health.
What?
You look unhealthy. I have to pray.
Yeah.
All right.
Doesn't he look older though? Doesn't he look much older?
Yeah, I look
Ladies and
haggard
gentlemen,
and tired.
the cowmen performed last night, and Holden is going through a phase where he takes his shirt off, and I do have video, and I may or may not be posting that on the Roundtable page. So whatever you say about Henry's physical features, Holden, I just want to let you know.
Literally,
Doctor says I need to diet.
Holden,
I'm
your
on
body,
the high end of normal.
your body is starting to look like you remember the twins from Nothing But Trouble? It's like your body is literally
Bobo and Obo or something.
I think this is
Bobo and Little Devil.
This is kind of a
Little Devil.
record now. How many times that movie has been
Constantly
a reference
brought
on
up.
this
It is-
TV
I
show.
mean, all they wanted to do was go on a nice vacation.
I know what they wanted to do.
What they ended up getting.
I don't know what they wanted to do.
Nothing.
Do the hump, do
My
hump.
cholesterol
Nothing but trouble.
is on the high end of normal, so I'm still
Right.
normal though. But I
You're-
need to eat less red meat, less potatoes, rice, sugar.
I can't
have
wait
the
to
list
hear you
right here.
describe your diet
I have
for the
the
rest
list
of the
right here.
podcast.
There was
Bad
literally a
carbs.
moment-
It's called bad carbs. I need to have 2,000 units of vitamin D. I'm allergic to dust. I need to eat not too much fruit, just a little bit of fruit a day, because that's sugar.
I think you could
And
use some more fruit.
Potatoes, rice, pasta, and bread.
That's what you have to have.
No-nos.
No,
My
okay.
favorite thing is a burger and fries. I love my Petey's hamburger. Petey's Burgers, shout out to you guys. It's a block away from my apartment.
They're going to
always
ask you to
get
not
Petey's.
come back. You think you're going to get coupons?
Dude,
You're not going to get
We've
coupons.
got Pete in the neighborhood. Astoria must be some kind of burger capital. We got Petey's Burger. We got the Burger Club, which I'm a member, and they have
You're a
really
member?
good. Oh my God, I order them all the time.
I can hear your cholesterol in your voice.
Bear Burger. We have these are all within like a block radius of where I live.
Oh my! It was so ridiculous because at one point the light hit one of your lumps like so perfectly last night as you were shirtless on stage. It was like a laser light show, but if the laser was just lard,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was like-
it was actual.
It was like
fat.
if a bag of diamonds was made out of pig fat.
His body is a wonderland.
Oh my, it needs to be shut down, condemned immediately.
Evil clowns run the wonderland of my body. I just want to give some shout outs right now. Can I give a
We
shout
haven't even
out?
done the prayer
We
yet.
haven't even
though.
taken it. All right, hey Matt, I don't know. Thank you, God, for my
No,
friends.
you gotta
Thank
give
you
it
for
real,
Holden's
dude.
beautiful body and for making all the things that have contributed to your unhealthy lifestyle, like booze, beef, beer, And I guess you have a beautiful girlfriend. I don't know how that happened.
She's so beautiful.
She really
Shout
is.
out to my best girl,
She's
Alexis.
looking better too.
She
For some
actually looks
reason,
better.
it's like somehow like Holden's getting worse. She's getting hotter. I think she's preparing to abandon you.
I would abandon or eat him at some point.
We live in a studio apartment, and she's real busy. I rarely see her.
That's exciting. God, you're such a weirdo.
Chris, what are we thankful for?
We have to do
amen.
intros. There's a structure.
All right, let's go back to the.
It's
Welcome
time
to
for
the
a
Roundtable
segment
of
with Holden
Gentlemen.
McNeely.
You've heard the prayer. No,
Today's segment,
this is
action
not,
figures.
This is not the segment
ruined
time.
this.
This is not the segment time. No. Okay, so we've done it now.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Roundtable.
Shout out to Jackie.
Boom. Shout outs to Jackie. She's not
ups.
here. Kevin
Big ups
Barnett's
to
not here.
Jackie.
His
Big
grandfather.
ups to Chris Nestor.
Okay, Chris Nestor is in the Chuckle Hut tonight. Thank you so much for being here, Chris.
Hey guys, I just want to thank you guys for having me.
You nailed that. Perfect response. I like what you're doing.
Ah, you fools.
Sitting in for Ed Larson.
No, we missing it. Is it? It's me, big ol' it.
Oh my God, Eddie's here.
I can't believe Ed's here. Okay, and now say a bad joke about Ed, Holden.
Oh, he's too big to go back to school.
They said that it's because the desks are made out of a seat and a desk combined, and they said you can't legally be a student unless you can fit inside the tiny damn desk. And I keep saying I want to be smarter.
That's very
Let
funny.
me be smarter.
I'm going to make my Ed joke. I'm going to say he uses baloney for shoe inserts. Kind of funny there to think about that.
Yeah.
So that's the Ed joke.
I think
Ed's
I
back.
see Jackie in the corner of the room.
Yeah, I'm Jackie.
Is Jackie here?
My name's Jackie. I
Whoa, all right. Edit that out.
I'm gonna have to. Thank you.
What is wrong with the Zebrowski family?
I was playing Jackie. I was playing the character of Jackie.
can't use that. You can't use
All right.
that excuse
Okay,
anymore.
So now we've had our racist moment.
Slow talking Morris.
That's not a character we've ever had before.
Oh, wanna go to the bathroom with
Morris,
me?
for love of God, you know I'm supposed to get these tax papers in by 3 o'clock Wednesday.
I'll file the papers as soon as I'm done fiddling this boy.
Oh, right now he's a pedophile. He's a slow-talking pedophile now.
Morris, gotta get the hell out of here.
All right. Well, we're always coming up with new characters that are gonna go mainstream.
Found a boy under the table.
Morris,
Are you
swear
holding
to
me-
God.
Morris, gotta get the hell out of here.
I'm Henry Zebrowski
Thank you for being here, Henry.
from A to Z on NBC's Thursday at 9:30.
It was canceled.
Cancel, right?
What?
More like A to
Henry, your
F.
show was canceled.
What?
Yeah, it was literally canceled.
But
It was considered one of the worst shows of all time on NBC.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck! What about all the financial obligations I've made?
More like A to L for loser.
We
Or
made it
A
to
to
M.
T for turkey.
We would have done a T for turkey.
How many letters did you make it to?
13, Ben. We fucking know. All right? I
Aren't
did
there
it as a bit.
26 in the alphabet?
Yes, there is 26.
So I
That's
guess
funny.
the show ended before it wanted to end, so somebody told it that it wasn't good enough to continue
My
living.
question is, this is the mystery I did want to know, though, after I read the pilot, which was a very solid and very lame.
What? It seems...
After they got done with the letter Z, what were they going to do? Go to numbers? Were they going to start back
Apparently,
over?
what I was told is that there was a secret in the writer's room. At the very end, they pulled us all aside, and what they're going to do is said... The very last thing at Z was that Andrew, my best friend, my childhood friend, was going to go up to Zelda and be like, hey, do you want to see what an Australian pinata is? And she says, like, oh, Andrew, I love you. Yeah, we're about to get married. Yes, absolutely. And then what he does is he took a fucking straight razor and cut open his fucking ball bag. Right? And there was a genie in there and fucking sent, and then we made a wish. Like, oh, I wish we could go back to high school. Second season took place in high school.
Oh, I see. Very good, because the ball wish
Now,
came
Chris,
true.
based on that, do you think the writer was a Republican or a Democrat?
I'm going to say independent.
Wow, I agree with that. It was a creative idea.
Like Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, it might have been Jesse Ventura, actually. All right, so I think we've gone through technically the process of the beginning of the show.
The intros?
Yeah,
We've
well,
got
no,
one
hold
thing.
it. Okay.
Holdenators, ho! Are you a master nader? I know, my gremlins, you're all waiting and wondering what the test is, but I will give it to you soon, you fucking morons.
All right, well, be nicer to him.
They stink enough.
Well, they're very supportive of you. They have a
I'll quit smoking.
Yeah, Holden quit smoking, and I love it because Holden did the whole thing. He was telling, he's like, what's great about quit smoking is that I'm not fucking like anxious about it. I'm really cool with everything. Fuck you, and then he starts like saying it,
right?
Because the tension is literally radiating off of you right now.
This is the thing that pisses me off the most, and I'm mad about many things right now. When you quit smoking, it's like, oh, you can smell things again, right? Oh, that's one of the biggest benefits, right? Besides, like, your heart and stuff.
Yeah, so you can smell your own fucking bush hairs.
We live in New York.
Yeah,
it smells disgusting here.
Well, sure.
Everywhere you go, it's gross.
Have you ever thought about taking some lady's perfume and just kind of spraying it on your upper lip?
Dude,
or like a man's
I've
perfume.
rubbed my face in a woman's ass before. You think I haven't tried some perfume, you dog? You fucking joke.
You're attacking him a little bit overly aggressively for the comment that he made to you.
Trying to help you.
I'm letting him get it out.
Right, he has to. Okay. Well,
I'll get it out and I'll piss on you.
Good.
Yeah, that's, that's a whole different kind.
Where's Morris? We're slow talking.
Yes, I love.
Sorry. Thought I smelled a boy on the roof.
I don't know if Morris's problem that he's slow talking is the fact that he's always fiddling with these boys.
I think it's more the pedophilia, yeah.
A roof, and I couldn't find the boy.
Right.
Can we do an hour of this?
We could do an hour of it, and you would say about 8 sentences.
Hakuna Matata.
Okay, well now you're just quoting the line.
I want to know if the pedophilia is a result of the slow talking, or if the slow talking is a result of the pedophilia.
What came
or
first?
if there's any connection there at all.
Pedophiles talk slow and they're very good at Connect 4.
Okay. Well, you got to be good at Connect 4.
If somebody is very good at Connect 4, they have thought at least once about what it would be like to drape their dick on top of a baby's face.
And there's no denying that every single thing that Henry Zebrowski utters is totally true.
Because sometimes it would be fun to just kind of, not fun, but an interesting experiment to kind of slap a baby's face with your dick, right?
Okay, well let's isolate that and let's ruin his career.
I was young,
Okay.
I met a priest who talked like this.
Is that real? I was asking
Okay, Marcus, let's do a news story. We have to get out of that.
Hey, it's me, Police Siren Jonathan.
So far you have a slow-talking pedophile character and Police Siren Jonathan that just makes the sign of a police siren.
This is my least favorite character.
Honestly, I thought slow-talking pedophile was my least
Is
favorite,
he
then,
an
but
actual
immediately, boom.
Every time I get fired from.
Is he an actual siren, like, on top of a car that has, like, a personality? Or is he a human being that thinks he's a siren and just tries to sound like one?
Oh, this is what he does. This is his normal talking. The other question is that sounds like an American police siren, Jonathan. Is there an English police siren, Timothy?
Oh, it is me, Police British.
Is that what you think it sounds like?
This is such bad... Honestly, Cave Comedy Radio just shut down.
Yeah. I'm done.
Okay, so Marcus, let's do a news story now. This is the portion of the show where we do that.
Authorities say a man who allegedly stole a woman's car during their first date last month has been captured. Waterford Township police say 53-year-old Gerald Teets was arrested Saturday after the vehicle, which had the vanity plate Jersey Girl, was spotted in Cherry Hill. Teets and the woman, identified only as a New Jersey resident, became acquainted online and decided to meet on February 26th. Teets allegedly told the woman his name was Gennaro Aladina.
It's a better name than Teets.
And that
anything is.
And that he went by the nickname Gooch.
Oh.
So he went from Teets, but he's like, my last name's Teets. People call me Gooch.
Is there more to this? Is this reporter literally just like reporting on funny names?
That's it. That's the whole point of this story.
In the news today, this guy has funny nicknames.
Guy named Teets calls himself Gooch. Stole a Jersey woman's car, and that's the whole fucking.
Can you believe it?
Jersey Girl.
He took that car and drove it directly into the 32nd floor of the World Trade Center.
Let's not get into the truth about 9/11. Everybody know Gooch did it. Was this in New Jersey?
Waterford Township. Let's see here. Yes, it was.
So it's kind of redundant to have the Jersey Girl, placard there on your license.
Already know you got a Jersey plate.
Right. Everyone knows you're a Jersey girl.
How many
and you're all
cars
fat.
get stolen in Jersey every day? Probably a lot.
By the gooch,
Yeah,
one a day.
but when the gooch does it, it fucking makes headlines. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what the gooch does. I'm the gooch, and when I do things, people talk about.
Oh my God, the gooch is in the room.
Yeah, that's right. It's me, the gooch.
If the
in
gooch is
Australia.
not in the news, he's making news.
I agree.
Yeah, Gooch was there teaching Timothy McVeigh about TNT like he was Wile E. Coyote. And the Gooch was there when the towers fell that day. 9/11 is a hologram.
I never heard that one.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
They were doing a lot of business in that hologram.
Yeah, they were. And unfortunately, they all died during it.
Right. The Gooch definitely, what do you think? Over under 5 touchdowns scored in a high school football game.
Oh.
This is definitely a guy who reminisces about the past, don't you think? There's no doubt about that.
Without a doubt. I'm trying to find more information on good old Gerald Teets. Jerry Teets.
Jerry Teets, a.k.a. the Gooch.
Call me
they're
the
all
Gooch.
Vaginal. They're all feminine names. Like Gooch.
Gooch means taint.
Is that a taint?
I thought so.
Yeah, Gooch, Grundle, Taint.
The gooch
all
tickle.
acceptable
Everybody knows
names.
about the gooch tickle.
I'll put it this way. If I were to say, hey, why don't you come over here, I'll pay you $5 and fucking finger my gooch.
You would be arrested.
If he doesn't get it right, he is misled.
Can I wear my mouth guard?
No! I like to feel your scratchy tongue on my gooch.
Here's it. You guys want to see Gooch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a picture of Gooch. This is from his.
He's fucking
okay.
55 years old.
This is his OkCupid profile.
89%?
Yeah, whoever was looking him up over at the newspaper, 89% match.
Wow.
Yeah, his other alias is Mike Rossman.
You know,
Well,
it's really
that's
tough.
creepy.
It's weird to be a normal guy who has so many different aliases.
Yeah, 5'9", 50 years old, shaved head. On the run for 2 weeks until residents spotted the one-of-a-kind vanity plate on the 2007 Toyota Solara.
Gooch fought the law and the law won.
It definitely did, because Gooch is a moron, and he stole a car with a vanity plate. I mean, that's guaranteed to get caught.
Look, the gooch doesn't always think things through, but you know he's a man of action, and you gotta respect a man of action.
And the Gooch also is probably a guy who'll go into like an AJ sports bar and tell everybody, hey, look at that. Hey, car, I fucking stole that car because the Gooch knows where the keys are. You know, like just saying shit.
He could also start a children's clothing line called Ooch Booch Bagooch.
That is a good point. But the Gooch always does know where the keys are.
It's all just got fucking ass flaps.
Yeah.
Why does the ass open up on these jeans?
Got to open up because I'm the Gooch. First class mail. Here comes the tube delivery from the Gooch.
What is the tube made of?
It's cock.
Oh,
Well, I'm a mother of
the tube is cock.
I'm a mother of 5, and stuck in your fucking. Yeah, you got gooched. You
Yeah.
got gooched in your throat, which is what the Gooch calls a throat.
God, this is great. I love it when we record 4 days into a bender where everyone is just like mentally disabled.
I still love how you just wanted to know what the tube was made of. You just
Got
were
to.
so concerned about that one detail.
It's cock. It's cock.
It's fucking cock and balls.
It's a cock.
But what's the tube made of?
You never know.
9/11, building 7. That's the question. Is building
I know.
goddamn 7.
I
Fell on
know.
its own.
Just fell down.
And the chat agrees with you. Claude Wilson, who said, I love you, Henry. He also said, in all caps, 9/11 was a ritual performed as a way of representing the fall of the two pillars, Jacqueline and Boaz, bringing about the rise of the goddess.
But Claude, what do we not know? It's the paperwork that wasn't filed that allowed the ritual to even happen. Negligence by the government.
Negligence it was indeed.
And also, I want to say I'm going to put out there $200 for the person who finishes Harrison Ford in the hospital.
What? No, you have a debt, so now you've... All right. So if Harrison Ford dies, technically, Henry, that's on your head.
It's on Henry, but you gotta wear a nurse's clothes.
Yeah.
You gotta.
There's
I mean, I want him to go peacefully because I love Han Solo. But I want
It
him
did break the internet, though. Everyone was very, very punny on the Twitters and
when
the
they showed
Facebooks.
his big ass,
Yeah.
it broke the internet.
Man, his big, oily, fucking craggy Harrison Ford asshole.
Henry, tell us a joke.
Okay, so 2 types of butter walk into a restaurant.
Oh, I love this
And the
show.
chef goes up to the Butters. Hey, Butters, what are you doing outside of the kitchen?
Italian
sitting here?"
accent.
Yeah, he goes, oh, hey, no matter. Why you sitting here in the restaurant? Why you in the kitchen? And the 2 Butters, they go, hey, go fuck yourself. We're gay and proud of it.
I love that joke.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite butter jokes I've ever heard in my entire life.
Hell yeah. I still got it.
Jersey Girl's car was stolen by Gooch.
By Gooch.
And everything's worked out okay? Is that what happened?
Everything's worked out fine. They met in Atco, New Jersey.
Okay.
By the way, Gooch from Atlantic City. They met up at Rack's Restaurant and Sports Bar.
Nice, okay, Cupid date place.
Let's go to Rax.
Go to Rex.
Yeah, it's you know what's also weird is that Rax is another term for teats.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, is that where Teets always takes his dates to Rax?
Inception.
Oh man, he's
Interesting.
only 5'1".
Oh, his last name is Teets and he's 5'1".
Yeah.
His
Little
name
Teets.
is the Gooch, and he's 5'1".
You gotta be Nick. I think there's definitely there has to be, there's more nicknames like the Gooch, the shorter that the people get.
You have to have a nickname to boost your rep.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know, at least he didn't go by like Terrible Ted.
Ooh, Terrible Ted. Yeah, that's a fun one.
What was his first name?
Briny Paul.
Just because of how salty he is.
So why? What do you do to language when it goes through your body? You just like make it gross.
Well, I had a really good English teacher named Joe.
Oh, you had it that was 50 just Joes in a row? That's not a real story.
So you'd be like, "Hey, Mr. Joe," and then you'd be like, "No, it's Joe."
And he's like, "The snow outside is fatter than the bride." And I'd be like, I don't know. Where are the consonants in that? You small child. Why is your rump all red?
To teach Holden as a child. You know what I mean? To have been a teacher, forced to look at Holden every day while he sat like slowly fingering his own balls, like weirdly smiling like at the teacher the entire time, being like, "Oh, don't look books." And you should be like, Mr. McNeely child.
It's unbelievable.
Don't look. Books. Don't look. And I'm gonna.
God, I wish you were a cop. I wish you were a cop so bad.
Retarded.
You asked us to come and record this podcast. You said the podcast is recorded every Sunday. That's what they said.
Right.
And so we are here recording something.
The snow outside is fatter
than the bride.
Okay, sir, you're obviously not drunk. Drive along.
Where are the consonants in
Fool
that?
you, I've been drunk this whole time.
Move along, then.
Very
As long as you
good.
pass the test, I don't care.
Well, this is just really wonderful entertainment.
Next story.
No, let's stick with this one.
I don't.
You can't make me like the book.
Can you read the Gooch story again from the top?
Okay. Let me get back to it. Authorities say a man who allegedly stole a woman's car.
Wait a second, is this the story about Teets, the guy named Gooch?
I love this story. I love this guy.
Henry is a psychic.
Yeah, I can,
It's so
I
good.
can psychically tell my fucking boner's growing right now because I'm making it with my thoughts.
With your when the blood flow to the tube. There.
cartilage getting thicker.
Right, it's more than disgusting.
I was
to hear
telling
you say
Henry
that.
about this, but there was this really hot chick I used to know, and I found her on Facebook.
How did the relationship get ruined when you were creepy?
She's a bartender, so she was forced to be nice to me.
Yeah, she's very pretty and very nice. She was nice.
I was like, "Ooh, I want to look this girl up, so I want to bone out to her." You know?
Oh, the Ontario bar girl?
And I looked. I found her,
Dude, I know who you're talking about. She's a redhead.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I didn't
Yeah.
jack off.
We all know her.
But I didn't jack off because she's been working with like Mexican kids kids with cleft lips. So her entire Facebook photo library is all these little sad little Mexican children with cleft lips.
If somebody could
please, like, man,
please, God, if you could just start memeing every time a chick takes a beautiful bikini pic, meme her with a kid with a cleft
palate,
please.
Absolutely, because
I
is
need
just,
that.
It's so hard to just really go at that picture.
No,
it is my favorite thing of all time because the brain is so confused it almost like freezes in time, like Han Solo.
Like a nurse.
Yeah, that makes you extra boned up.
She's so hot, and then you look at her, and then you realize she's by a child with a cleft lip, and then nothing can occur.
Dude, I love Chrissy. You immediately knew the fucking chick.
I know,
dude. I knew exactly what you were talking about too.
The redhead from Ontario.
Yeah. If you're ever in Brooklyn,
she doesn't bartend there anymore. She's fucking helping save these
kids,
children's
man.
fucking mouths.
Yeah, she's not getting your fucking lumps more full of booze. I can't believe it that she made a positive life choice.
I mean, that's the thing. God bless her. I love the work she's doing, but what a disappointment.
This is my other thing is, why take pictures of the kids with cleft lips? They're ugly.
That's for her.
Without that, there's no before pictures, so nobody knows that
pictures.
they're okay-looking faces. Actually, a very good-looking
There's
face.
after photos.
Right. There is? Is she also like hot in those?
No, she's not hot in none of them, man. She's wearing like full doctor nurse
Ebola gear
stuff, and not hot, sexy porn nurse. I mean, we're talking about normal.
She's a real nurse who takes
Scrubs.
care of kids.
Yeah. Oh, don't look up pictures of kids with hair lips. Come on.
Yeah, look. Yeah, look. It's kids with cleft lips. Yeah, I mean,
on the
it's
subway.
It's all right. They're smiling.
I mean, if you think positively and you get a little cleft lip, you can be like, oh, it shows off my fun teeth.
I'm just glad that we
nice
stopped
white teeth.
calling them pumpkin faces.
Yeah.
Well, no one ever called them pumpkin
Also,
faces.
babies don't have teeth to show off. Which is, I think, another problem that this bitch nurse needs to be tackling.
Well, let's leave her alone.
No, you know what? Don't go halfway. Fucking get these teeth. Get these motherfucking kids some motherfucking teeth, man. We trying to eat out here.
Also put it this way, right? Yeah. You're gonna give them extra lip,
right?
Sure,
right.
whatever. Cool. Yeah. So now they're normal. Whatever. Fucking give them some tits. Give them big fake
You want
tits.
breast implants for people with cleft lips. But what if it's a boy? What if it's a boy?
Even if it's a boy.
So you're just going to force breast implants on a boy because he has a cleft lip.
Kissel, like, you even know what a boy is, dude? Like, you just want to fucking categorize human beings
I've heard
into
you say that all men are just called, they're pre-women. That's what you call every man you meet.
Yeah, that is very, very true. I've said that before.
God,
if you visit,
I wouldn't give with big old fake breasts. I would love that.
If you visit Williamsburg, Brooklyn, go to Ontario Bar. It's on Grand Street between Lorimer and Union. It's a great, great little establishment.
Yeah, but she ain't there no more.
Yeah. She's not there.
And someone needs a sexy Facebook makeover. Get those clefties out of there.
What would you do for the makeover? What are you going to put her in? What kind of dress would you put her in?
Just, I don't know, remove the kid from the picture, mainly.
You'd still masturbate to just a picture of her in the nurse's scrubs?
All you see is her eyes.
Fucking sexy eyes.
Yeah, very sexy eyes. She's a beautiful woman.
Sexy eyes! Man.
Well, all right, Marcus. Now it's time for a second story. And Marcus, can you edit out everything that we just talked about up to the point where you said time to move on to another story, and then I said let's not move on to the other story? Then that occurred.
All the cleft lip stuff?
Edit all that out.
Take it out.
I don't like your books.
But we've been doing that bit for 49 minutes.
Oh, shit.
We have to leave sometime, Ben. We have to continue with our lives.
Is it time for a segment yet?
No.
Is it time?
You know what would be really
Action
gross?
figures.
You know what would be really gross? Is a bunch of video of a guy with a cleft lip trying to suck his own cock.
But, I mean, any video of a man trying to suck his own cock.
If he got his spine removed or replaced with like a rubber band so he could bend over backwards and eat his own ass out. And suck the shit out of his own ass. That would be fucked up.
It's called a dirty double rainbow.
Hey, Robert, you have something on your lip.
Yeah, it's shit for me and my own fucking ass.
Oh, okay.
I love it. Yeah.
I always call it the donut to Oreo.
Yeah, of course.
He starts as a donut, but it turns into an Oreo.
Yeah, you got to double dip it in there and get that double
and
stuff.
shit.
Yeah.
I love what she's doing, by the way, for the world. I don't want people to come on here and say, oh, he's a monster. Oh, he should be abominated. He should be destroyed.
Abominated.
Abominated?
We gotta fucking abominate.
I don't even know what an abominate is.
There are issues that need to be abominated.
When you black president somebody.
Yeah.
You make them very successful and give them a future speaking tour where they'll make millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, become articulate and wear nice suits.
Yeah.
Like a fucking bitch.
Right. Am I mistaken, or that's not a word, right?
Abominated, no.
Abominated is not a word.
Abominate.
Abomination. You can be an abomination.
Right.
But it's
Talking about abomination.
Yeah. Actually, abominate is a word.
Thank you,
It's a
Marcus.
verb meaning to detest or loathe.
No way.
Yes. They abominated the very idea of monarchy.
See?
I
Holden
don't like.
Moving on. Marcus, next story.
Do you know the bottom of your belly is coming out from your shirt?
Oh, but it
going up towards
always
your
does.
mouth?
Oh, careful.
Marcus, I have to post that video on the Roundtable
You
page.
have to.
Okay, I will.
It's the most adorable thing.
He's just so beautiful.
All right, next
story, yeah.
A dirty-talking Dallas teacher is in timeout. The middle school instructor was suspended after he was caught on tape cussing out a class full of 6th graders and bizarrely referencing the size of his penis over and over again. The teacher said in the recording, "If you don't give a fuck, then I don't give a fuck." A 12-year-old student recorded Monday's 7-minute tirade and showed it to her mother. The outraged mom shared it with CBS DFW after she claimed the principal of Holmes Middle School refused to do anything. The foul-mouthed rant went from bad to worse as the teacher began talking about his penis. He said, "Some people's dick, they only go that far. My dick goes all the way to that fence."
Can we talk about how strange it is that 6th graders just pull out a camera and start filming their teacher when they're upset? Like, that never happened when we were kids.
I think
when
in this case, it's a good idea.
Technology didn't exist.
It's not the worst idea, but it's crazy. It's like if you're sitting behind the classmate who is filming the teacher, don't you feel like the person who is sitting behind somebody at the concert be like, "We're watching the show live. Why are you filming it?"
Yeah.
Well, get into it.
I mean, this is definitely worth filming. After he said that his dick goes all the way to the fence, he promised to show the kids. He said, "I'm going to show you what a dick is. I'm going to dick your ass over."
That's the problem.
But it's different. To dick an ass over is different than dicking an ass.
He's mixing his metaphors, but I don't know if that's the most bad thing he's doing.
He seems upset, though.
He has a large wang, and there's no doubt about that.
Sure, I bet he's packing crazy heat.
He can go all the way to the fence.
Absolutely.
You see that fence? Yeah, my dick can touch that fence.
Because you wouldn't.
I mean, the man has a bizarre way of measuring
Because
things.
the big thing about this is that if you're talking how big your dick is, right? Most of the time, it's fucking true. Like, it's never not true. And you're always like, you never hear a guy's be like, "My dick, so small," and then it turns out to be really big.
This is a good,
Sure, that's very true.
life hack, though.
Oh, cool.
I
love. Oh my god, I love the
measure your dick erect, and then you can and then you'll know how long your dick is, and you can use that to do measurements on other things. Your
Like
dick
on the house.
Yeah,
Like how
your
many
dick can
dicks?
be your own ruler. How many dicks it is, and then you can
to
calculate
get fired from your teaching job.
Right.
I just feel like if I watched a construction man who was like building my fucking huge mansion.
What's his name?
Doing a
you
bi
bitch?
dick?
His name's fucking Hernando, and he doesn't speak English
Fuck
because
yeah.
I will not speak with him. And he goes out there,
Well, you should
but I mean,
talk with
He
him
might speak
sometimes.
English.
I'm just saying, if I looked at it and I saw him measure, like laying his fucking dick and balls out to measure everything in the house,
You'd be getting like hell yeah. You'd be drinking champagne celebration.
staring at him, then mixing drinks with my own cock.
Yeah, he sounds
make
more
it
like
up
a
for
he
him.
sounds more like a Polish kind of fella. Like
No,
a Polish
guys.
contractor.
The Polish guys use like balsa wood and the fucking because they're dumb and the fucking house fucking gets blown away in the wind or
They
something.
put a screen door.
They
on
just
the
want to talk about their
submarine.
military experience.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we fucking know you fought for your country, man. Like, fucking build my mansion.
And Polish
agree.
people,
Like, fight
Polish
for
men
my
suck
country,
each other's
bro.
feet to gain each other's trust.
Well, of course. I mean, how else would you do it? I mean, everybody knows that's a totally reasonable way to make best
and
friends.
a Polish man's blood is green. If you don't
Yeah.
believe me, shoot a Polish man and see.
It's not gonna be green, but you will go to prison forever, and no one will believe you.
You just tell the cops that you thought that Polish people's blood was green and you wanted to get that mint-ass jelly.
Right, and then maybe you can get off on an insanity defense.
Polish people think Soundgarden's the only band that ever existed, and you can win millions of dollars betting them that they're not.
I would give anything to live in that mindset.
Is it not the only band that's ever existed?
Oh no, one is Among Us.
Yeah, you got Soundgarden is a band. The only other band is
Right.
there's Marcy Playground.
I love that song.
And
Better than Ezra.
Better than Ezra. There are three bands.
Marcy's Playground was
Sex and Candy.
Sex and Candy.
Sex and Candy.
Which was very pedophilic
And Jay-Z
and disgusting.
is from Marcy Playground.
Still think about that. But what was better?
What's a Jay-Z?
Well, it's
There's only 3 bands.
Right.
It's not a band.
Was that the show that Henry was on that got canceled?
Jay-Z.
My show is canceled? I gotta get to Hollywood and fix this. I have a letter writing campaign to start.
I'm sorry, Henry, but the boys and I in the office, we all think that the show should be cancelled.
Well, I think that you're...
We're removing your fuck button from your phone.
No!
Leave your fuck button on the desk, Henry, and get out of my office.
11 was a marionette show for the government.
Puppets did it.
Don't like
Bukes.
Holden, we've had your mother in here several times, and I gotta say, she is a whore.
My tits are always on the table if you want to do a line off of them.
I don't like you, Mrs. McNeely, but I appreciate you.
Oh, no, I just painted the couch brown.
So this show makes no sense whatsoever. I just want to say, what are we on? Episode 227 or
35.
And I'm officially done. I'm done. I can't do it anymore.
Have we buried the show?
Yeah, I think the whole thing has been.
Hike up your skirt, the little boy.
No, do not. I cannot.
In the tiny little boys.
Nothing like a 9-year-old boy with a full set of tits,
And
got a couple roller skates on.
And a cleft palate.
Into the little boys.
Show me a fucking fence. Fucking my dick touched that fence.
This is great. So this has been the portion called Everybody Ruins Their Future Political Careers.
I don't like books. And I'll tell you, you dumb Canuck, that I'm not a fan of books. I'm way more into looks. Love your
Bill
breast,
Cosby made a call on September 11th, 2001.
What did
he
the call
said,
say?
Bring me Felicia Rashad. I want to see her pussy again.
Okay. Well, that might have actually happened. We don't know that didn't occur. So there is no validation or lack of validation to your claims, Henry
No
Zebrowski.
one said there wasn't.
That's correct, of course. Okay, Marcus. So now we're in the middle of another news story.
Yeah.
We do news stories here on the show.
Yeah.
And so now...
Are we recording this?
No, we haven't started yet.
To the little tiny boys'
Do not.
dreams.
Oh, it's so
Crash.
good. It's
To the tiny little boy.
Dave Matthews. Really, his lyrics can be perverted and they can be made disgusting.
little boy.
Little boy, let me see what's between.
It's a small penis.
Malcolm Jamal Warner from The Cosby Show killed a family of 5.
He did not.
Yes, he did.
No,
he
when
got
did he
away
do
with
that?
it.
On
Bill
what
Cosby,
day?
Fucking September
11th. Was he on the plane or he was just doing it in Pittsburgh?
No, this was in Fairfield, New Jersey.
9/11 was a Cosby job?
Yeah, no. Cosby just wasn't even watching the news. He was
Okay.
just too excited about Felicia Rashad's fucking dank hole. And then he's fucking Malcolm Jamal Warner was killing families.
Would you speak a little bit kinder of Mrs. Huxtable?
I've actually met Felicia
What is
Rashad,
wrong?
and she's
Yeah, you
very
got
nice.
along with her
Very
really
nice.
well.
Henry and your fucking name dropping. God damn it,
Christ.
man. Oh, yeah, fucking
Mrs. Huxtable,
When
at
me
some
and
point, they're going to be a
Felicia-
podcast.
Felicia and I went to church together, and I was like, Felicia,
Fucking Henry and the fucking no Felicia Rashad.
I helped Felicia decide to go out, and it's which Felicia's going to do a whole thing where she's playing the Black Wizard of Oz as herself, as every
She's
character.
the wizard?
Yes.
why
It's
does
the
he-
Wiz again, but better because it'll be a
One woman.
Okay.
Whiz.
Why would she not be the Black Wizard of Oz? Why would they paint her a different color? Like, of course,
We don't
she
have to
would be
paint
black.
her a different color. I mean,
She begged to be
Now
painted
that's
a
a
different
wizard
color.
of a different color.
all right. Okay. Well, I don't think
Right?
we should describe her beautiful vagina as a dank hole.
No, her vagina,
She is-
I bet, is soft and awesome.
Well, yeah, it's not dank. It's not. I mean, kids aren't smoking weed in it.
I love magazines.
Oh my God. Okay. You sound like a lumpier Oprah when you. Okay.
I'll have sex with a magazine, but if you're a book,
You can't.
better kill yourself.
That's where it got too absurd. That's where all logic
You're a book.
left.
Yeah, we all bailed on it
Marcus,
immediately.
what's the story we're
We got
on?
another news story.
Well, what were we just on?
We were
I
just
have to-
talking about the Dallas teacher that told the kids, I
teacher
got a
with
big
the
dick.
penis.
and the
Swear to
big dick.
God, any fucking fence. Show me your fucking fence. My dick touches.
I love the
right.
fuck offense.
I'll fuck you.
That's perfect.
Now it's time for shark news.
It's time for camel news.
Okay.
Yeah. Saudi Arabian man. Oh yeah, Saudi Arabian man divorced his wife after he became convinced she loved her father's camel more than she loved him. The husband and wife were on a visit to her family's house west of the capital, Riyadh, when he verbally flirted with her to show how deep his love for her was. However, the wife reportedly failed to match the emotions of his love expressions and told him that he was dear to her, but not as much as her father's camel, Al-Walif.
This is my question. But they're fucking, that means, right?
But like,
camel and the woman, right?
How long has that father called his dick his camel?
I mean, the thing is, though, like,
because all he's got is 2 humps before he shoots.
Bing.
The man wasn't wrong, right, in his assessment of the situation.
Well, the
woman
husband
did blatantly say that, like, she loves the camel more.
And said it in front of her brothers.
Oh.
The husband was shocked because he said it in front of her brothers. He opted to lapse into silence at the moment and did not comment. On their way home, the wife offered further details about Al-Walif, the camel, and said that her father had refused to sell it even though he was offered a high price. The husband once more felt offended by his wife's remarks and could not appreciate her exaggerated admiration for the camel, but preferred not to comment at that time.
I love it because someone was just like, I want to buy that, I want to buy that, I want to buy that camel, and the father was just like, you can't buy the camel, my daughter loves to fuck it.
So that's
off the table.
That's my daughter.
You can have the old vintage Coca-Cola machine. That is okay.
Dude, why buy the camel when you can get the fucking milk for free?
That's a good
By
one.
milk, he means camel semen. Yeah, camel semen.
because you can't milk
I'm talking
camel.
about that camel milk. Yo, check it out. Coming to you live. Camel milk 2015.
Camel milk is going to coconut
Madison
water
Square
move
Garden.
over.
Get
Camel milk is
violent.
big.
Camel milk. Madison
Camel
Square
milk
Garden.
is brown and spicy.
Oh, I love a good camel milk tea.
I can't wait for Camel Milk's New Year's Eve run. I hear they're doing 3 nights at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, they're
the
going to be
alternative rock band, Camel Milk.
Camel
With
milk.
their first album,
Camel Milk.
Daughter Rape.
Oh,
and we rape your
interesting.
daughter, Camel Milk.
No, it's
I
Chris,
like
it's
that
Chris
song, but
Cornell's new project.
What's the best camel milk song around, Holden?
It'd probably be like, stand in your own 2 shoes for a moment. It's very sad, and it's very introspective.
That sounded like it was like a spoken word.
It's kind of like, yeah.
I love that song, though.
Little boy cannot believe it. Standing in his own 2 shoes. Little boy cannot believe it. As he heard the news, 911, the day of the killings, 911. You don't remember?
You know what's weird is that I also feel like there should be a whole sub-track of that, of just sounds of his daughter getting raped by this camel.
Oh my goodness!
Right?
Well, you never know
Just,
what's happening.
Like underneath that is slowly like
rape.
floating the
Oochie, oochie, coochie, cooch. Get
Yeah.
oochie, oochie, cooch. You turn my crouch into an ouch.
Turn my crouch into an ouch.
That's amazing.
Well, I guess you should mostly try to stay standing.
9/11 was hard on
apparently.
everybody, the whole country.
Everyone.
9/11, yeah,
Everyone.
Cosby called.
Affected everyone.
Bill Cosby.
2 shoes.
What's your shirt policy in here?
You can take it off.
You can take it off.
If you want to.
Yeah, if
pop
you're-
this up.
Yeah, people
if
have
you're
taken
Hold on,
shirts off in here before.
Hold on, why don't you pop that shirt?
I'll only do it in cowman shows,
All
brother.
right, I'm going to post the Cowman video on the Roundtable page.
I only give it to the audience. That's why you got to pay to see.
Yes,
We did
okay.
the show last night was free.
Show last night was free for
Yeah,
them
did you
to see.
did you believe
Yeah.
you were going to receive
We
money
made no
from that
money
show?
on that show.
None.
Very good. Okay, guys. So we have a story here that you were
Yeah.
discussing about a camel and a gal who loves the camel more than her husband.
Well, the husband on Friday evening took his wife on a tour in the desert and headed to the area where her father kept the camels. Once they got there, he asked her to show him Al-Walif, but when he saw her open admiration for the camel, he told her on the spot that he was divorcing. He reportedly...
I love it because you can just see Al-Walif just smoking a cigarette in a leather jacket with a rock hard camel dick, just being like, "Yeah, I'm fucking your wife," constantly.
It's a beautiful scene in the desert. I can see this
Gorgeous.
I just
sky,
as her
miles.
compliments of being like, "Oh, this is Al-Walif, and oh, he's got balls that are like a little stool for my bottom. when I use his sword into my sheath."
Can they touch that fence over there?
Out of all the things to lose introduce your wife to a camel? I mean, but like, what happened to your wife? Oh, she's fucking a camel now. So we don't.
Well, he reportedly explained that she was an animal who did not deserve to live among humans, and that her natural place was among camels, where she could be close to a leaf. Online comments were largely scornful of the husband for divorcing his wife.
That's weird because online comments are normally so supportive.
Yeah, totally accurate.
Some commenters hailed him for teaching his, quote, arrogant wife a lesson in showing respect for her husband.
Big time.
I wouldn't say that was the definition of arrogance, falling in love with a camel. No one's like Donald Trump, that guy. He'll fall in love with anything on all
Can
fours.
I ask you, is it honestly like, does she love this camel or does she just like the camel?
She liked the camel more than her husband. I feel like at some point you just want to be with the thing that you want to hang out with the most.
He's sitting in a sheath all day in the hot desert sun, so his balls smell like fucking rancid oil and cottage cheese.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
His bush smells like a fucking piece of rancid meat.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? And of course, maybe, she doesn't really like him as much. He's slapping her all the time, probably, right,
Most
from the
likely,
country,
of course.
Squeezing his boobies, calling him his radio dials all the time. It's like, that's
AM,
why
FM.
she likes the camel better, because they're friends.
When I wrote my first novel, I wanted the characters to be relatable. And so, and I also wanted there to be a camel in my first novel. So what I did was I turned the camel actually into the main character, which I don't want to choose my own horn, scientific, but is something that's never been done in literature ever before.
No stars! No star review!
Sorry, I didn't read your book. I tend to not like them.
I love that book. It's a great book.
You know how big a camel penis is?
How big?
24 inches.
Ooh, that scratches the cervix.
Yep.
Yeah.
It ranges camel sex.
Camel should become a 6th grade teacher.
Camel sex ranges between 7 to 35 minutes and averages about 11 to 15
That's a big
minutes.
gap. 7 to 35. Like, come on.
That's what the sex is.
And
11
it's
to
covered
15
by a
minutes.
triangular penile sheath that opens backwards.
What do you mean open?
I don't know.
This is my question. How much load does it shoot?
Okay, I
gotta
can
be
find
a
that
hefty
out.
Gotta be
load.
tons, because they can hold all that water. I'm sure they can hold a lot of cum.
Well, at least you know that it won't be that acrid or bitter tasting to swallow.
Oh, why wouldn't it be?
I'm just saying because all the water in his system.
No, I think the camel, all semen is going to taste very similar, I think.
You think so?
I think so.
I think so, Henry. When you
diet.
step back and you stand in your own two shoes.
I know that when I come into my own hands and I eat it, a lot of times what I like to do is mix different things. I eat different things and I drink different things to kind of create fun new flavors. Kind of like I'm a Ben and Jerry's.
Right.
Yeah.
So you eat Ben and Jerry's and then you come in your own hands and then you
If it's an ice cream week, I'm saying I call myself like a little miniature
Define
Ben
an
Jerry's.
ice cream week.
Yeah, what's an
When
ice
I'm
cream
eating
week?
nothing but ice cream and drinking nothing but beer.
So you would define yourself as like sort of a factory. Yeah, it's a Ben and Jerry's like beer ice cream factory.
And that's the thing. Yeah, if you drink nothing but beer all day long and smoke like a pack of cigarettes and eat nothing but ice cream, cum tastes all fucking weird.
I heard pineapples are good with that.
Yeah,
so maybe if you eat some pineapple ice cream.
Yeah, I should eat some pineapples and
cream.
eat my own cum.
Pineapple beer.
Let's see how it tastes.
What was that name of that camel milk track? That fucking really good camel milk track.
911, the day of the murders. 911, the day that they died. Stand in your own two shoes.
Man, that 9/11 memorial has got to not be funny.
All right.
Yeah.
That is very true. I think it's a serious
Definitely
place
not
that people
funny.
go and they try to have a...
I'm going to have to go soon. So.
They're very introspective.
My parents are coming into town. My
So
mom
they're
wanted
like,
to go.
woo, just got off the plane. Woo, let's see that fucking 9/11 memorial.
Yeah, let's go see the place.
We're
where all
gonna
the
go with-
I hear you get
And-
50% off of Baskin Robbins when you go there.
I think the McNeelys are probably on the coupon game.
Oh,
Yeah,
your
they know
parents
it.
are coming to visit.
They're big Consumer Reports people, yes. And they are coming to visit.
We should get them on the show. They should
I
come
would
and do the
love
show.
to have your mother on the show, and you just do all the things that you do.
You get your parents on the show and be like, hey, Mom, hey,
perfect.
Dad, how's the fuck? That's what you call their sex. You say,
It'll
how's
be
the
big.
fuck to them.
Yeah. People will love it.
All right.
All right. So, so the fella divorced.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you just invited old Tom's Flat Circle.
Oh, buddy, what are you looking at?
Don't even acknowledge it. Don't even acknowledge it.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sitting in the Eddie seat, so I get to see all the weird shit that pops up on his fucking screen every once in a while.
I will never sit in that seat, my friend.
No, it's a gross seat.
Yeah.
Great.
Worst seat in the house. One more story before we get to Holden's segment.
What's the segment, though?
Action figures.
Hour 3 of the Roundtable of Gentlemen.
Stay tuned, little boys, and especially all you tiny little girls out there.
If you're a girl out there, say, what? And if you're a dude out there, say, 9/11 was an inside job.
Well, it wasn't an inside job. Okay.
All right, here's the story.
These are sounds that I can make.
No.
That's great. No, this is good radio. Is Ira Glass listening? I hope he can. This is our audition tape.
On today's episode of This American Life, I'll try to eat my own ass.
On this
episode
of This American Life, we're covering the history of N-birds and how we stole all the good things from them.
Okay. Well, that's great. Right.
Another liberal radio episode. Is the Creek in the Cave turning into a hookah bar? Because I'm just hearing bad shit music.
Did someone forget to close the door? The door open out there?
I can't hear anything.
Is that the new camel milk?
I'll close it.
What is that awful music?
It's loud.
That's pop music.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what things sound like these days.
Wait, so that's not Soundgarden?
No.
What would it be?
What
then?
other? Yeah, what could it?
Is it Mercy Playground or Better Than Ezra?
Yeah. It's gotta
Very
be
loud.
one of them.
Maybe it's a Jay-Z.
BTE.
Oh, it might be a Jay-Z.
I remember that great Better Than Ezra song. If you want to call me baby, just go ahead now.
If you, and I would walk 1,000 miles, and I would walk 1,000.
Great Soundgarden song.
To the little boy's dream.
All right, Marcus, let's just do the news story, then we'll get to the segment from Holden, and then technically this will be an episode of the Roundtable of Gentlemen.
Yes, it will be. Here's the story. A Washington County jury decided on Friday that a man named Linus Norgren was...
No, it's not.
It's Linus Norgren.
He had a syndrome known as a permanent wedgie.
Yeah, it sounds like he's a lion.
He was found guilty of attempted murder and second-degree assault for his October 10, 2013 attack on a hunter on a remote hilltop. The men were strangers, though they lived near each other in Manning. Norgren, who has bipolar disorder, had stopped treatment shortly before the attack. The incident began when McDonald spotted Norgren naked and holding a saw near McDonald's ATV in the woods. Norgren left the saw and wrestled the hunter's rifle from him. In closing arguments, prosecutor Megan Johnson said that Norgren made his intention clear when he told McDonald in the midst of the struggle, Sasquatch kills the hunter.
Oh,
so cool.
Well, and that's why American Sniper,
yeah,
Chris Kyle.
And that's called the Washington
why.
housewarming party.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
I can't wait to move to D.C.
You know, Sasquatch kills the hunter, but Sasquatch also loves the ladies.
Oh, yeah. That's right. And Sasquatch feels bad about killing the hunter the next day when he goes to jail.
Hey, Mr. Sasquatch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was wondering if you wanted to come over for a BJ party.
Let me tell you this. I may be half monkey, I may be half person, but the one thing I know is that Sasquatch loves BJs.
Yeah. Break it up, boys. Break it up.
Well, prosecutors...
8 p.m. Park's closing.
So sorry. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Okay, Henry, you have to stop pretending to be Sasquatch
take this
now.
lipstick off right now.
We were just having fun.
Okay.
It's a national park. We rented the space for a barbecue, but instead we did Sasquatch Loves BJ Party sketch.
Okay, Senator Ted Cruz and Rand Paul, you guys can go home now.
Sir, would you like to come over for a quote-unquote cake?
Yes.
If the audience could...
Gotcha!
There's cum in the cake!
If the audience could, see this right now, they'd be fucking losing their minds.
Yeah. If only they had a fucking worm's eye view of my fucking life.
But there's so much cum in this cake. I can't stop eating it.
It's like a tres leches.
Tres leches.
You ever seen a tres leches cake, man? Ooh, man, it's soggy with cum.
I didn't know that.
What's that cum?
It's called the three milks.
The three milks. What's the third milk? So one's milk, the other one's cum. What's the third milk?
Milk again.
Oh my goodness.
Almond milk.
No, it's not almond milk.
My
The
girlfriend's
Spanish are
got
afraid
like
of that.
8 different kinds of milk in the fridge, and I'm like, airplanes.
It's because you're not satisfying her.
Well, we don't want to bring that up. Let's leave that alone.
Camel
we don't
milk?
want him moving back in with me.
She's got almond milk. She's got coconut milk. She's got rice milk.
She's got fucking camel milk 2015, Madison
2015.
Square Garden. We're doing 3 nights, Madison Square Garden. Camel milk.
Opening up for the New York Rangers, it's going to be camel milk. The New York
around
Rangers.
the stage.
Yep.
If you wear a pirate's hat, you pay double to get in.
Hey, what was the follow-up single to 9/11, the day of murder?
Can't believe.
Yeah, can't believe. How did that go again?
Can't believe it's really a murder. Can't believe she's wearing shoes. Can't believe when a man is a girl. Is the Ninja Clan coming? It'll blow your
You
world.
really switch up genres on the album. It's track to track. It's different feels.
Simon and Garfunkel.
You've got.
It's almost like they have no quality leadership or producer.
Yeah, no, Steely Dan produced that entire album.
Yeah.
Very good.
And not the band Steely Dan, just a man named Steely Dan.
Named
Whose
himself
actual
Steely
name is
Dan.
Mike, but he just looks really, really cold all the time.
He's made of steel.
And he also goes by the Goose.
All right, so this story that we're on.
Yeah, prosecutors said Norgren, a rock clenched in his fist, bashed the hunter in the head, sending him to the ground. And
Well,
knocking
Sasquatch
him
kills the hunter,
unconscious.
so-
Yes. The prosecutors said when Mr. McDonald was unconscious, Linus Norgren, with unspeakable violence, caused 2 fractured and dislocated arms. He systematically and violently ripped Mr. McDonald's arms out of his torso.
I love it.
Naked the whole time.
Nude.
man.
Yeah, so this guy
Sasquatch
lost-
wouldn't wear pants. You get a ticket from the Sasquatch police.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Clint Eastwood told that story fucking honestly, and I don't know why they were such a back.
You know the thing about it, that whole section in American Sniper when he calls himself Sasquatch and kills the hunter is that fake baby.
I know. I remember it.
Don't get me started.
This guy, I'm going to say that he is a Sasquatch.
Yeah. I mean, he believed it.
He called himself a Sasquatch. He destroyed a man.
If it walks like a duck and it looks like a duck.
I'm gonna fuck it.
Well, no, it's a
fucking
Sasquatch.
ducks?
If it walks like a
Fucking
duck
duck.
and talks like a duck, it's a
Hey,
Sasquatch.
if it's a fence, my fucking dick touches it.
Yeah, and if it's
Okay.
a duck, my dick is inside of it. You know what I'm saying? I fuck a duck.
Right, the corkscrew. Yeah, and then you got the.
Well, Norgren was also hissing and making a noise, quote, that made your stomach drop.
I love it.
Well,
Who was there to hear that? Were there any
Well,
survivors?
the McDonald, the guy who was getting his arms dislocated, because the guy on the
he
stand,
survived.
they put McDonald on the stand, and he said he was hissing and making a noise. And they asked him, what did the noise sound like? And
I feel like the noise that would make my stomach drop is he kept going, "The baby is yours. You're the father."
You are the father.
I'm a doctor, and you're the father.
Why are you fucking that duck?
There is
Sasquatch fucks the duck.
Oh, I love that Metallica album. Sasquatch fucks the duck.
I think you mean Soundgarden.
Oh yeah, Metallica doesn't exist.
I've never heard of Metallica.
Better than Ezra, worse than Merrimer.
Miramar, yes.
That joke was the cleft lip of this episode.
All right, leave the cleft lip people alone.
Want to touch my babies? Then pay me $5.
Do not.
Did you know
it's
that-
very sad.
Did you know that 911 is also the number you dial when you need help?
No. What?
Don't be an idiot, Holden.
That's so weird because
Obviously it's not.
I keep just dialing 4, 9, 6,
But then
7,
the hell-
2, 4,
That's
9,
the phone number of the Atlanta
7.
Braves.
Bring David Justice back.
Now pitching Henry Zebrowski.
Oh my! I was having heart palpitations.
Next thing I know, I'm calling the Braves. Next thing you know, I'm in the starting lineup. It's Game 4 of the World Series, and I gotta say, the pressure is mounting. How you feeling, Greg?
I'm actually interviewing you.
Oh,
so-
that's weird. That's so weird. I kind of took it over, became a bit of a commentator there. I gotta say, I don't know if I can make the ball reach the catcher.
Right. You know we're in the dumpster, right?
Sure, your underpants are filled filled with butter.
Have to be. I heard a whole wives' tale that Cy Young used to do this, and then well, he became a legend, and so
We're like Cy Old.
You're right. We got to end that there.
That's a zinger.
That's terrible.
Well, Norgren. Let's get to Norgren.
Please.
He finally Norgren passed out from exhaustion, and the prosecutor said, and thank goodness it happened because Norgren was trying to kill him with his bare hands, as a Sasquatch would do.
I love it though. The hunter goes out there. He's got his gun. He's probably full of deer piss or whatever the hell animal he was hunting.
He didn't know he was going to see a Bigfoot that day.
He did not, but he actually did. This is the closest encounter to an actual Bigfoot I think we've ever actually seen.
I think it's technically proof.
Right.
Yeah,
totally.
Man in the middle of a bipolar episode.
This is my question: is how big are his goddamn feet?
Do we know?
Sit in silence until he figures it out.
Oh my God!
His silence.
His lawyer's name, Norgren's lawyer's name, Bell Wilner Nugent.
So no one can name their kids anymore, huh? Yeah, we're just calling people whatever.
Bell Wilner.
Just a random
Nugent.
series of letters.
Yeah.
This is my kid, Tratatata.
Right.
And this is my daughter,
Clacky.
Bitch. Yeah, Clacky.
This is my son, Jojo.
He's gonna grow up to be an English
Joe. I teach English to children who do not care.
The snow outside is fatter than brown.
The man on the moon.
Incomprehensible is what the cast has become.
Are the consonants in that phrase? Where are the consonants?
No longer a show.
Right. Well, what would argue that no one should be
I
listening?
doubt that Mary has seen under her dress in many a moon.
People have stopped listening to this show.
They're certainly not taking any of these words with any serious weight, and that's okay. So, Holden, I think that we're up to the portion of the show where you technically get to take over. You get a little bit of a hosting role here, and this is your segment time.
Is he greedy?
Incomprehensible.
But why? So after I said what I said,
Is he greedy?
Is he greedy?
But we got.
No, you have to do it right.
I have to do it to make it. And now it's time for a segment from Holden McNeely.
Oh, you like?
Okay, but
You
now
must continue with the description of the segment.
Yes.
Action figures is not going to be the segment.
No.
No. I'm going to give you an option, a single choice. The matter of the mind can defeat the eye if it thinks in the right angle.
Holden is
shoot
sitting on the
myself
tip
in the
of his
head?
own erect cock like it's a tripod.
Hold on, you pop that shirt off.
All right. No, is that
Man's mind. Here's your option. Okay? All right?
I'm so
option
tired.
one is...
My life is in turmoil. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm fucking. I got living.
you're
I'm
like
recently
the mess.
divorced.
You're a free man with millions of dollars.
Yeah, it is actually. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty nice
Wow,
now that you
things
think
are
about
pretty
it like
fucking
that.
cool. I do. I got a lot of money and I'm single as a fucking bird. I'm waiting for someone to take advantage of me.
Ladies, if you want to blow Henry off, you will accept it like a credit card.
Well, he'll be really
I
awkward
am
with it.
able to rent a helicopter for a 20-minute period.
That's great.
All right, so here's your choice, okay? Choice number one, your favorite memory from this episode. Okay. Marcus picks the best memory. Choice number two, create an imaginary friend for Marcus. He's lonely and he needs one. Okay. Which one do you want? We'll put it to a vote.
What was the first one?
Between the three of you, okay? First one, your favorite memory from this episode.
I can do that one.
I want to do the favorite memory.
Favorite memory
Okay,
from
all
this
three of
episode?
us, sure.
Okay, all three.
Okay, all right.
All
Next
right,
week
and
we'll
then
do
you
the
pick the best
imaginary
memory.
friend.
My favorite memory was Henry's butter joke.
Thank you.
Henry's butter joke
My
was
favorite memory was Henry's butter joke.
Okay, Henry's butter joke has a favorite memory. I think my favorite memory, let's see here. I like the idea of Bill Cosby causing 9/11, so I like that.
Okay. That would be another Henry. Chris, what is your favorite memory?
Well, first of all, guys, I want to talk about my least favorite memory.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Which was September 11th, 2001.
Okay.
I mean, I'd say, to be honest, it's like my third least favorite memory. Oh, is that weird to say? Is that bad to say?
It's actually not bad to say. I have definitely I have worse memories than 9/11.
Yeah, I dropped a hot dog on the street.
That time
But then people laughed at you.
That time I cut my Johnson open because I thought goblins were inside of it.
Yeah.
Right. Worse than 9/11.
Yeah.
Chris, what was your favorite memory from this episode?
Man, I just want to say my favorite memory from this episode is fucking, I'm just like I'm like fucking stoked to fucking go check out that fucking Camel Milk show in 2015.
That's great.
Camel Milk. The Camel Milk song, the Camel Milk band.
No, all of it.
All of it. Camel Milk.
I'm like so excited for it.
My favorite memory of this show is when I realized I'm fucking single and loaded.
So what happened just now? What happened just now?
Just
the
happened
madness
recently.
of a man to go from sadness to ultimate peak.
Right. Henry is rich. He is single. You do look the way you look, and you are who you are.
It's all. That's why it's even it out.
Wait a second. Who just walked into the room? Oh, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What's your favorite memory, Arnold?
When I defeated the Terminator.
So he wins then.
What's it like to be governor?
Oh, bring back, legalize it. I fucked the maid.
Did you just say legalize it? Like
Yeah,
Harley?
pedophilia,
Talking about
weed,
steroids.
I don't even know, or driving drunk. Who knows what
Legalize
it's called?
pedophilia, am I right?
Right.
You're
yeah.
so progressive, Governor Arnold
So cool.
Schwarzenegger.
Marcus, who won the best memory?
I would say I liked the Bill Cosby cause of 9/11 memory.
Hey, big
There's nothing
victory.
wrong with truth.
There's
There you
nothing
go.
wrong with it. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening. Chris Nestor,
That's
you're
me.
on Twitter and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, at
Blast
Real
out
Chris
your Twitter
Nestor.
info, dude.
Real Chris Nestor, find me, man. Yo, and if you find me, tell me where I am.
That's great.
Cool.
Of course, that's at Henry Loves You, and check out Murder Fist.
Check out my handle.
Also, you can catch me at the real Chris Nestor.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm at Ben Kissel. That's at Marcus Parks. And keep on supporting all the shows here on Cape Comedy Radio.
Hey, thanks for having me on,
That's
guys.
Honestly, Get in the
Stand
Ring's a
out.
good show.
Yeah,
Get
listen
in
to
the
Get in the
ring.
Ring.
Get in the
Last
ring.
pod.
Last podcast, of course.
Tip hit.
Page 7's also very good.
Yeah.
Grouchy's Burger Talk is pretty
Grouchy's
fun.
Great
Burger
new
Talk is
show.
really good.
Love.
Yeah, that's that guy who calls everybody the word for
Right, so we'll edit that out again. So that's 2 edits that Marcus has
More
at least.
time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if anyone has an apartment for rent, get a hold of me.
That's right. Marcus needs a place to stay. Listen to our listen to all, go on iTunes and write comments and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you get a chance, there's a new pod. It's called Milks and Butters, and it's Johnny Milks and Clarence Butters, and they just are a couple of real crackers.
0 stars on iTunes.
We'll talk to you all soon.